it has been quite a nightmare trying to get this all ready, because just this house is very difficult to work on because of the attic and the flooring situations, and just, you know, sometimes old houses are tricky. But anyway, here's what I got, and I have cut out the wall right here. You can see I've expanded this hole and made it a lot bigger, so now I can see where my pipes go in. I've got my hot and my cold pipes going right through those two holes right there to the left, and they're coming from the water heater, and of course they do run this way to other portions of the house, but we're abandoning all this and we're going to shoot right through there. Okay, and once I turn the water off, whenever I'm ready to hook all this up, I will just use those same two holes, hot and cold, right there. I'll be cutting that copper, pulling it all out, and running the new pipes in through those same holes. Now over here, you can see I've got where those two pipes come out right here, exposed. I've cut all this out, hot and cold coming in, and they go down here to the washer and dryer. We'll abandon everything and we'll use these two holes, run a new box right here for the washer and dryer, and then I've drilled a hole, okay, two holes actually. There's two holes right there that I've drilled, and those holes are gonna go all the way through here, and they'll expand down to here. Now, you can see there's a hole right here, which you can see my bathroom on the other side. See my vanity sink right through there? That's my sink, shower, toilet down below right there. Okay, there's my toilet. So you can see how that's gonna work. From the hot water heater, through the holes, through the wood, down to here, and then through that hole right there, which is inside my bathroom. That'll get all this stuff hooked up. That'll get this hooked up, okay? Now remember, these two pipes over here, okay? These two I've already ran from the water heater. These are gonna be on the new system. They're coming from the water heater, hot and cold, and they drop down from the attic, okay? They're feeding my kitchen, which everything's quite a mess right now, trying to vent out all the smoke from cutting and stuff, okay? So just forget about all that. But you can see I'll splice in there with a T and run a cold and a hot through this way, okay? And then you can see I have had to do a little bit of work over here. I've cut out this portion of the top of this 2x4 and put a new screw in down here instead of up top. And I have cut a little square right there so that my pipes from the other end can go through the cabinet along that wood and out through this little square right here. I'll be placing a 2x4 on the wall right here to keep that spacing and run those pipes right along the top of that cabinet and all the way over to that corner. And we'll either go through here or through down there. And that, since that's just drilling a hole, that's not gonna be a hard thing. I'm gonna leave that for now until I figure out exactly where I'm gonna place it from the other side when I'm cutting the other side. Now, that'll feed my kitchen on the other side, dishwasher, refrigerator line, all that stuff, the whole kitchen through those pipes right there. And now the bathroom is over here, but first let's start. I had to cut holes over here. 1 second, let me get my flashlight. Sorry, I have to run back over here. I want you guys to be able to see this. Let me run back. Okay, so starting in here, I've cut a huge hole right here so that I can access this board. Okay, this board, I may have to take this board out, so I've got it all exposed where I can get to it, okay? And you can see I've got a cold line. That cold line goes up to the shower head up there, and behind here is this kit, okay? You can see a cold line coming in and a hot line coming in, and then that cold one coming out the top. That's gonna be very hard to get to from over here, so I'm gonna have to go in on the other side, okay? And you can see right now, the pipes come in from the floor down there. We're gonna abandon those, even those are PEX, I'm still gonna abandon them, and we're gonna run the new lines from the ceiling coming down. So we'll have a hot and a cold coming down, and then basically a blue going back up to the shower head. And how am I gonna get to it? Well, we're gonna come over here, and I'm gonna remove that screw, and I'm gonna remove the other screw here. Okay, those two screws and an Allen wrench. We'll take this off, we'll take this whole kit off, and then if we need to, which I probably will, I'll have to take out that that shower valve. Okay, I'm going to be unscrewing the shower valve, which has screws right back there. Okay, that's the big screw. We'll take those out, and that'll loosen this shower valve from this piece of wood. Now, if I can't do that, I'll have to take the piece of wood off and take the shower valve all apart, because we have to reconnect it with the new pipes. Could be a little bit tricky, but I'm hoping for the best. Okay, now let's start over here with this hole. Okay, this is where we came from the living room over there. Okay, we're gonna 90 hot and cold in here. And then I'm gonna, this was so tricky to get this cut. Look how thick this plywood was that I was having to cut. And because of the tightness of the space behind the toilet and everything, y'all, this took me about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours to get just this part cut and just this little part over here cut. So just when you think it should be easy like this, just cutting some sheetrock, nah, not today, brothers and sisters. That was a nightmaric situation. But anyway, we're gonna 90 the hot and the cold down through here behind the toilet. It's going down the wall. You can see I've exposed it out over to a stud, which is right here, which I drilled holes in. There's 2 holes. Sorry, let me get down here. Okay, so you can see there's 2 holes. There's one here and one there. Okay, that's for the hot and the cold. One of them will have a T, the cold line will have a T on it, coming over here with a 90, and we'll connect the new fitting right here onto this portion, and the rest of the cold and the hot will go out this way. I've cut out everything. Okay, all this has been cut out. We're gonna run the hot and the cold through this corner, which I had to cut the heck out of this corner. And I wouldn't suggest doing this, but it's not gonna hurt nothing. There's like 4 or 5 boards right here, and this is not, it's not the corner of the house. This is just the corner. This is a T where a wall comes off another wall. And I just know this because I know how to build houses and the structure of the home. This, in my case, is not a big deal. There's not much weight on this. It's just the construction of the house where another wall comes off of another wall. Okay, and there's plenty of other boards around it, over here and over there. Okay, and this also used to be an exterior wall, which is why there's so much wood in there. Okay, you can see that exterior siding in between the 2x4s. Very thick corner. But anyway, we got to get our pipes through that corner, and we got to be able to put sheetrock over it. So I've pretty much destroyed this corner, and this was a nightmaric situation. This whole thing was really. And then we're gonna 90. Okay, the pipe's running through here. I've got 2 more holes drilled right here, one there and one there, and then we had a 3 stack, and you can see I've got holes drilled inside that 3 layer system also. And then those pipes will come in through here behind the vanity. Okay, it's going through here into the vanity, and you can see I've cut in here also. And the other part of the nightmaric situation was when I was cutting this, because of the placement and how small it is, I busted this little fitting right here and it started leaking, so I just turned it off. Okay, this hot water is off right now. I'm gonna be replacing it to new anyway, getting new supply lines and all that. I'll be videoing all this. So I just turned it off because it's only gonna be for a week or whatever. I don't really need hot water at this sink. So anyway, that'll bring hot and cold into my sink. Now remember, how I'm getting pipes to over here is through that attic. So I'm gonna be cutting a couple of more holes in the ceiling, but I'm gonna be working on that one last, bringing that line over last, and then bringing the line over for the bathroom on the other side last. So that includes this video, the first portion of this project, and how I'm doing this. If this video was helpful in any way, go ahead and like it. Subscribe to the channel if you like home improvement videos, and we got a lot to do, so stay close.